it's Steve from Sneaker Tech Talk, back with another video today. For today's video, we will be taking a look at the performance review of the EQLZ 360. Alright, so this is a new shoe from EQLZ, a newer brand as far as performance basketball footwear goes. This shoe will be releasing in early November, I believe, for a retail price point of 130 USD, which for me, I think that's an absolute steal for what you're getting for the overall performance of this basketball shoe. But as always, starting at the bottom of the shoe, you do have this really aggressive multi-directional traction pattern that does wrap up on the medial and on the lateral side. And how this performs on court as far as traction, whether you're on clean or dirty floors, it doesn't matter. I've spent over 12 hours on court with this traction pattern right here. Clean floors, you're gonna stick like absolute glue. I had no issues making all of my movements with confidence and not sliding out once. As far as dirty floors go, they do collect a little bit of dust, but it doesn't affect the performance at all. I never slid out once. I was wiping out of habit, but honestly, I was kind of amazed because after about an hour of use in really heavy duty pickup games, I was noticing that I hadn't wiped in about an hour and it was still performing and sticking like glue on dirty floors, which for me says a lot. I did take these outdoors once and there's really no wear and tear at all on this outsole so far with about 12 hours of use, a tiny little bit right here, right near the toe. But overall, this is a very durable and very reliable setup on the EQLZ 360. So if you want a shoe that has superb traction on all court conditions, look no further because this shoe right here is going to hold you down as far as the traction goes. And for me, that's why it scores a perfect 10 out of 10. It's very similar to the reliability of the EQLZ 24/7. I never had many issues with this, but dust did pick up just a little bit more on this model. But whether you go with the 360 or the 24/7, you're gonna get a very reliable setup as far as traction goes. As far as the cushioning goes in this model right here, they do have their P-backs super critical foam pods underfoot in the heel and then another pod in the forefoot. Now on the 24/7, it was full length from heel to toe and it was very nice underfoot. With this right here, you do have them segregated to the heel and the forefoot. The foam on the outside is kind of an EVA or Phylon material. It runs through the heel all the way to the forefoot. And overall, this performance package as far as the cushioning goes is superb. You do get a lot of nice compression and impact protection at the back of the shoe, while the forefoot remains very close to the floor, so you can make all of your quick and nimble movements and really feel the floor and make them with confidence. I found this to be a very reliable and comfortable setup underfoot, especially after about the first hour or two. These broke in very nicely and just honestly felt very fast on court as far as the cushioning goes. I do think whether you're a bigger player or a smaller player, you're gonna get a very nice setup on the cushioning with the EQLZ 360. It's just such a balanced ride. The heel to toe transition is very smooth as well, so I really enjoyed my time in the EQLZ 360 as far as the cushioning goes, and that's why it's gonna score a very nice 9 out of 10. Really quickly, I also wanted to mention the insole that you do get with this shoe does kind of have these little grippies running throughout the insole, so it is kind of sticky to your sock at the top, which I really like. And the foam compound at the bottom is kind of that P-backs or supercritical based foam compound running throughout, so you get a ton of underfoot comfort right off the bat with this insole. And that's what I really like. It has really nicely molded to my foot as well, so you are getting that P-backs based foam compound directly under your foot for the insole, and then directly under that you have a really thin stromal board, and then you have the heel and forefoot pods for that P-backs foam. So overall, I really enjoyed the setup as far as the cushioning goes on this model. As far as the fit goes, for me, I went true to size, and they are a very snug 1-to-1 fit. I have just a tad bit of room here at the toe box right here, but overall I did find the fit a little bit snugger on the width compared to the 24/7. I found these to be just a little bit wider, but I went true to size in both of these models in a US size 10.5, and my toe is basically the same at both shoes at the end right here. It's right near the end, maybe a pinky's width at the end of the shoe, but overall it's a very snug fitting shoe. It's a very tapered shoe at the toe box. Another thing I wanted to mention is you do have Achilles pillows at the back, which adds some really nice comfort. But for my first 30 to 45 minutes, they caused a pretty big blister the first day I wore them. They did break in over time, and that went away. The rest of the time that I did spend in these, like 11 or 12 more hours, I had no issues at the back. It took a little bit of time to break in, but the overall comfort and fit on this shoe is superb. There's really no dead space, and that's what I love within my basketball shoes. A shoe that fits like a sock, one-to-one on foot, and that's exactly what you're getting here in the EQLZ 360, and that's why they're gonna score a superb 9.5 out of 10. Now, as far as the materials go, I know this review is on the 360s, but I just want to say really quickly on both of these models, EQLZ has basically every other brand beat. On the 24/7, you have some really nice synthetic leather material wrapping the base of the shoe, and then you have this gorgeous knit material running throughout the upper with this spandex-like sock fit around your ankle, and then some really nice knit style laces as well in the 24/7. Now on the 360s, you're getting a very similar setup. You're getting this really nice leather material right here with some more synthetic leather material on these eyelets that kind of wrap around your foot. You're also getting this really nice knit material, very similar to the 24/7s. And then at the top, you are kind of getting that spandex-like fit. So overall, as far as the materials go, I really love what this brand is doing, as they're kind of fusing the old school materials and the newer school knit materials into one shoe. And the leather on their shoes have no break in time. It's very soft and supple on foot and in hand. And that's why this shoe is going to score a perfect 10 out of 10 as far as the materials go. And something else to keep in mind is this brand is offering this shoe for 130 USD with really premium materials. That can't be said about most or all brands out there right now. They're charging you a higher price point for really cheap plasticky materials, and that's what you're not getting on this shoe right here. The break-in time on this shoe is next to none. The only portion I had to break in was the back of the shoe with those Achilles pillows, but as far as the materials go, they're very soft and strong in hand right off the bat. As far as the weight goes for this model right here, again, this is a US size 10.5, and they come in at 15.7 ounces. So nothing overly lightweight, but I do think this shoe is the right weight as far as all of these supportive and cushioning features that you're getting on this shoe. So 15.7 ounces on the 360, the 24/7s come in at 16.05, so more or less the exact same weight on both of these models. Now, one of my favorite aspects of this shoe might just be the support. So what you're getting on this shoe right here as far as the support goes, you're getting a very rigid internal heel counter, which keeps your foot locked in down at the back of the shoe right here. There's no movement within the shoe. It keeps you very secure at the back of this basketball shoe. You also have these leather wraps right here at the back as well that add a little bit more extra support on the exterior of the shoe. And then you also have this Phylon material right here, or EVA foam compound, that wraps up the heel just slightly, kind of midway up the shoe. And that also cups your foot or your heel within this basketball shoe to prevent your foot from moving around at all. It adds a little bit of extra rigidity within this hoop shoe. Moving your way to the upper, you have these amazing kind of leather fingers that wrap up to the eyelets that are kind of all independent, and you don't feel them when they're laced up really tight until you kind of make a hard lateral cut. And these fingers really support and harness your foot in, kind of like a seat belt around your foot. Again, it's not restrictive at all, which pretty much blew my mind because I thought these were really gonna cinch down your foot, and you don't feel them. You really feel the nice kind of spandex or knit material around your foot, but as soon as you make a hard lateral cut, these kind of fingers or eyelets really do their job and harness your foot in. Your foot does not go anywhere at all within the shoe. You are kind of sitting within this Phylon midsole as well, so that's going to add a little bit of extra support on those lateral cuts. You also have this rubber portion right here that wraps up near your pinky toe. Again, all of this on the side of the shoe, on the lateral and on the medial side, is acting as a support frame for your foot, and it does a fantastic job at that. Again, I'm 6'2", 6'2.5", around 215 pounds, making a ton of quick movements, slashing to the hoop, step backs and such, and I never had one issue in this shoe as far as the traction, success, and making your movements confidently. And then again, with these support features on the side of the shoe, I wasn't going anywhere, and that really says something because you get a very comfortable knit on your foot, but then you get these awesome supportive features around your foot. So as far as the support goes, it's a very supportive shoe as far as those hard lateral cuts. Moving your way to the bottom, you have a pretty wide and stable base at the heel and the forefoot, and I'm not sure if there's a shank plate in the shoe, but just the way the rubber outsole kind of wraps up to your midfoot right here on the lateral and medial side, it is a very rigid shoe in the midfoot, and it still has really nice forefoot flex, so you can make all of your movements comfortably on foot and on court. Support goes, these are basically going to get a perfect 9.5 out of 10. Really no issues at all. Honestly, this could easily be a 10 out of 10 because I just really love what the brand is doing. They implemented some stuff out there that not a lot of other people are using with these kind of fingers that wrap up the side of the shoe. And it's just a very supportive basketball shoe, whether you play positions 1 through 5. I think this shoe is a very fast playing shoe and a shoe that basically anyone can put on foot and go right away. As far as the aesthetics of this shoe, I really like it. Obviously this colorway is kind of a blacked out or muted colorway, but I do think, I have seen a couple of the colorways that they will be bringing out. I do think you guys will really like it, and they're really gonna spice this shoe up a lot, but I really love the stealth look of this black colorway kind of running throughout. The aesthetics of the shoe for me are gorgeous. I love the knit material. The pattern is really going to stand out once they start throwing some other colors on this model. And then just those leather wrap on the side, on the lateral and medial side, it really does its job, and the aesthetics look really cool as well. When I played with these on court for like a 3-hour run about a week or two ago, I had a ton of people asking me what this shoe was, that it looked awesome, and just a ton of feedback as far as the aesthetics go. A ton of people were just saying, what the heck are those? Those look amazing. And what are these? These are the EQLZ 360, a new hoop shoe from the brand that I'm very excited for all of you to try out, and let me know what you guys think of them. So that's going to do it for today's performance review on the EQLZ 360, releasing in early November 2024 for a retail price of 130 USD. I do want to give a huge shout out to the brand EQLZ and Brett for sending these over. This is from like the very first batch. They didn't even come with a box. They basically came right off the production line to my house. They wanted me to get these on foot, and as always, I give you guys my unfiltered opinions. I've received a ton of shoes from brands that I don't believe in or they didn't perform well, and I put that on camera to let you guys know, and they've kind of cut ties with me. And that's just the way things go sometimes. You have to give your honest opinion if you're going to be in this space, performance reviewing basketball shoes. And I really believe in what this brand is doing with the 24/7 and with the 360. Two superb basketball shoes at great price points with amazing traction, cushion, support, and the materials on these shoes are superb for the price points as well. So as always, thanks for watching today's video, and until next time, peace.